Yeah, we are going to see some how to create a measures in a tabular model, okay, and some KPIs. How can we create the KPI? Now what I'll do, I'll go to the properties, because by default it got connected to my default instance. So this is my tabular instance. Done. Yes. Oh. Now I need to change the deploy path also here. Oh. Oh, sorry. I need to give the in the properties. I need to change the deploy path, so it will be become tab. Done. Okay. So now I'll click on the tab this one model. I'll insert some tables. How to insert? Go to the model. Click on the import from data source. I'll select SQL Server. Click here. Server name is Badam Microsoft SQL Server 2012. Yeah. So database name I'll select Adventure was Data Warehouse. Done. Next. It is select from list of tables. Okay. So here I'm going to select some sales. Fact sales quota. Fact internet sales. And I'll say select related tables, and done. I got it. So I'll be getting all the tables. It is nothing but it will import all the tables from there to the tabular model. Okay, it will import all the records. I got it. Close. So now I got, let's see some of the tables here. Sales amounts quota for each person during the 2005 year. So it is a year wise quota for each person. Okay. So now see, when I deploy this project, right click and deploy. It is a test project, right? So when I right click and deploy, so I am giving up to here we are covered, right? So when I right click and deploy, that project will be deployed to my server, and I can open and view that all the stuff. Now when I see here, this is my test. Now you can see test as two databases. One is this one and this one. So now right click on this, the below one, and do the browse, but you cannot browse it. Why? Oh, test database. Actually it's a kind of like in memory stuff. Okay, so this is not a thing. So this is the main thing which you are going to browse it. I'll go here, I'll browse it, browse this one. See, when I browse here in the measures, I have no measures. See, if I want to see total sales for year or total sales for each quarter, okay, at the year. So I'll go to the dim data, I'll take fiscal year or something. When I drop it here, I'll not get any data because I don't have any measure. Okay, I don't have many measures. So in order to create a measure in SQL Server in the tabular model, so how you are going to create is that I'll go to the fact internet sales, click on the fact internet sales. When I click, I'll get the data. Now go to here, go to anywhere like sales quantity or sales price, sales amount. Okay, go to here, click on this column, and what you do when you click on this column, this one will be highlighted. So go here and do the sum. So automatically a formula is created and that sum will be added here now. See, that is done. It is under the fact internet sales, and it is a sum of sales amount. Now what I'll do, I'll again redeploy this one. Done. So it is redeploying the entire project. Done. Okay, close. I'll go here. Now I'll reconnect this. See, now when I reconnect, now you can see the measure. So I'll just go to the date. I'll grab the fiscal year. So I don't have any data, but when I grab the sum total amount, see, now I can see the total amount for each year: 2006, 2007, 2008, and 2009. Okay, this is a way how you are going to create measures here. So it is quite easy. In the SSAS, what you did, you need to open the cube and you need to measure which dimension, you need to relate that, all things you need to do. But here it is quite bit easy. So you can easily do that one. Okay. So these are different measures that I have. This is it relates with all. So nothing to worry. Everything you select, you will get this measure. Okay. So it's from the fact internet sales. When I select, then you will get the fact internet sales one. That's kind of thing. And now what we are going to see, we are also going to see some kind of other stuff, like how can we do the KPI. So what is a KPI? KPI is a kind of stuff, you can call it as a key performance indicator. Okay. So why KPI means, it is nothing but the centralized, so it is centralized for many requirements. So the company may have requirements where, let's say the 2000 sales amount, every company will have some target amounts. For let's say the 2015, my company has target of 20 million or in sales quantity, 20 million quantity, let's say. Okay. So what, it's a target. So what I will do, when I get the total sales for the 2015, so we don't take 2015, let's take for 2013. So 2013 is already done, right? So for 2013, I got a target, I need to sell 20 million quantity. What I will do, it is a target fixed by the company eye level people, they fix the target. Here what I will do, I will get total quantity which I have sold from the tables. I'll calculate that, and I'll compare that total with the target total. Okay, I'll compare that total with the target total, and based on that, what I need to see, I need to check whether that data matches or not, whether it is reachable or not. Let's say if the sales is like we don't compare 20 million, just we'll compare $100 million. Okay, so let's say in a single, let's say 100, let's say the total sales should be 100. And if I did it, if I have less than that, then what color should that output should show? It should show in the red color, like that indicator. Okay. So here automatically, so in order, what you will be doing normally, basically if you want to do in Excel or anything, first you need to take the sales amount and you need to take the target amount, like total target for that particular year. You should take them and you need to compare. If it is greater or if it is lesser, then you need to write your own queries. But here in the SQL server, it is not like that. Automatically it will be done. Okay, it's easy and just is simple in the tabular model. So what we will do, just assume that this sales quota is one of the quota for that entire year. Okay, it is for the quota for entire year, and that all kind of stuff, sales amounts quota. So what I will do, I think it is I will go to the fax internet sales and check whether that is a correct column or not. Frigate, okay, standard cost, sales amount, yeah. I am not sure exactly the sales quota table, but let's say this is a quota for that year. Okay, target, let's assume. So what I'll do, I'll also sum this one. Click on this column, go here, sum the entire, so you will be getting. Okay, done. Now what I want to compare this sales amount, whatever the thing we are getting, the fax sales amount, with this quota. I want to compare the fact internet sales sum with this fact sales quota for that particular year. Okay. So what I will do, I will go to the fact internet sales, click on this. When I right click, create KPI, I can do this, or just select this one, and you can see one here called colorful way. You can see one colorful structure, right? That is a KPI. I'll just select the KPI. I'll click on that. See, when I click, automatically I will be getting, and here you see, this is a basic sum of sales amount. It is nothing but hours. It is from our source table. That is a source. What is the target I want to do? I want to do the target of C. Automatically I got here selection. it will basically it will show the, if you have multiple measures, it will show which measure you want to select. Sum is nothing but the measure, right? Like 5 minutes ago I have explained what is the measure and how to create a measure. So here whatever the measure you get, you will get all the measures. So since I have created only 2 measures, I already use one measure here and other measure I want to use it. So I can use it. It's a quota, it will compare that. And here what I want, if my sales quota reaches 90% or little bit with the, I can get 80% or something, I can keep 100%, this is 100% or greater than, if let's say the target is 100%, if my sales reaches 90% or greater than that, 90% of the target amount, let's say 100 is the target, and if my sales reaches 90, and if it reaches 90, if it reaches 100 or anything, it should be in the greater green color. If it is between 40 and 90, I want it yellow. If it is less than 40, I want it red, but mostly we will not give that one. So I'll give like if it is less than 70% sales, then I will make it as yellow, red. Okay, so we can see that. So this is the thing that I will do. Now you can see, you can manually, you can give that all the things whatever you want, you can manually give, but I will give it whatever it is basic thing, I will give it here. Okay, now I will click create. What happens, a KPI will be created here now. Okay, a KPI is created. So what we do now, here when you open this, sorry, yeah, when I open this model, click on the model, analyze in Excel. When I click on the analyze in Excel, current window user, okay, when I select it, automatically Excel file will be open. So the back end my Excel file is open. See here, I got it here, see. Okay, see now, this is a KPI I got created. In the KPI you got couple of values, so I'll just select the sum amount. When I select the sum amount, I got it. So what I'll do, I'll go somewhere and I'll select a year in the date dimension. I'll minimize this date, dim date, somewhere it might be, yeah, this is a date. So I'll select year in order to make it see. I'll just select fiscal year. Okay, see fiscal year I got the 2006, 2007, 2008 and 2009, I got the data. Now what I want, this is sum of sales amounts quota, right? See, automatically you got the KPI. Now it got selected value. When I click the goal, it will show the goal for that year. And see status will show red green. So because there is no, for 2009 there is no target, so this is greater than the target, that's why it is showing green. If you keep the trend, it will show upper or etc. Okay, it is like how the trend is, it's a growing or you need to grow, that all things it will show. This is nothing but the KPI, so you will call it as key performance indicator. The same thing you can do it in the cubes also. In SSAS cubes also you can create a KPI, like you can compare your normal amount with the target amount and you can see what is the difference between them, or else you can compare the previous year's total and the current year total. So previous year quarter total, like say previous 2012 quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4 and 2013 quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. You can compare both the amount, like you can compare previous year's amount and current year amount, and based on your analysis you can say okay, the previous year's amount should always be less than the current year amount, that's it. Or you can say this current year amount should always be greater than the previous amount, because in the company how the growth looks like, always the growth will be in the positive, right? Every year the company should have some growth. So in order to do that, so you can create KPI and you can play around with that. Okay, yeah, it is by default, grand total you will be getting by default. Okay, it is a SQL server, it does automatically, it is a grand total, it does itself. Okay, so it's a kind of, so you need to practice a lot. And see here, I have not written any script here, like if this greater than or this one I want, if it is this is if this sum of sales amount is greater than the sales amount goal, then I want it in green, right? If it matches 80% also, I want it is green, I want that one in green. But I have written any queries or any script? No, I have not written anything. But how did I get this? You got this based on the scenario, because you had created the KPI. So when you create a KPI, automatically it is calculating formula and everything it is doing that. This is for the KPI purpose. And now one more thing I need to say about the views. When I click here, so in the SQL Server you said, right, you add some views. What is a view? It gives some restrictive access to certain columns in a table, or you can join, you can so let's say there are 10 tables and you want the other user to, there is some big query where it pulls from all the 10 tables. Okay, so instead of giving access to 10 tables, you can write a view, and you can just give access to the view. So in that view joins all the 10 tables. In kind, it's a kind of that. Same thing in the SSAS and in the tabular model, you got the you will call that concept as perspective. When I click the perspective, see, I'll get all the measures that I have here. So when I click new perspective, I'll name the new perspective as test perspective. See, when I have this, I'll get all the tables. See, I whichever the columns you want, you can select only that columns. I want employer key as same and quota. That's it. It's a kind of you are going to limit the total columns. Just you will select whichever the values you want. You will be selecting dim date. I don't want all stuff. I want just quarter, semester, and year. Done. A view is created now. Okay. Okay. In this way, you need to play around with that. So based on the scenario, so you can play around with that. Now what I will do, I will deploy my test queue. Okay, close. Now see, I will go to here. I will click on this view. I can reduce the size if I want. Okay, whatever I want, I can do it. I can reduce the size and I can do anything. I'll go here, I'll click on this, I'll reconnect this. Okay, yeah. So fact internet cells, fact in some code, you got the KPI also here. Okay, some value goal, but here, but when you use this in the SSRS report, you will not be getting this as 1 2. You will be getting in a different format. You will not get this, because in the status you got it in red color, right? In the trend you got the arrows, right? In the Excel, when we have seen in the Excel, but when we do the same thing in the SSRS report, you will not be getting that. Let's go to the SQL Server data tools. I will create a new project. I want SSRS report server project. I'll name it as test tabular, test tabular, test tab. Okay, reports, add new report. Okay, I'll not give that one. I'll just do add new item. Done. Report, I'll name it as test. Import tab, add it. Data sources, add data source. See, Microsoft SQL Server. So I'll select SQL Server, this one, and here when I edit, now I'll select here, I can give the whatever the server name I have. So the server name is I want a test, right? I'll select test and okay, done. Now automatically I'll go to a data set, add data set, use the data set from embedded my report. I'll give the path, done. Query designer, I got it. See, I'll just go to the measures. I'll drop the KPI. See, here it is not showing anything. See, basically how it shows the status, it showed in a that color way, right? But it's not showing, it's showing minus and 0. We can see that one. So I'll go to the sum sales amount. Yeah, by default I got the sum sales amount. Then I'll go to the date, dim date. I'll select this fiscal year. Done. Okay. Okay, I'll insert a table. I'll draw fiscal year, I'll draw some sales amount, and this is a goal, this is a status. and this is a trend. When I see the preview, now you can see I'll not be getting the same structure as in Excel. You're getting colors, right? But here you will not be. In the SSRS, you will not get color. It will show -1 or 1. See, okay. This is a way how it shows. So accordingly, you need to do. You need to go and you need to play around with it, and so based on that expression, you can write your own expression SSRS report. So instead of that, I'll go here, click on this, okay, or else I can create one more thing, insert. So when you go to indicator, you can see the indicator here. Okay, you can select any of the indicator, and okay, done. So I'll give the value on this. Click on the indicator, go to the indicator properties. Now here you can give the expressions. What are the expressions you can give? Values and just you can give. Okay, that based on the column value, you can, as we discussed dynamically, right? You can give here that value, that column name. If the column name is between this one, then it will show this value. If the column name is between this one, it is kind of, you can calculate the percentage value, and based on that you can do this one. Okay, or else you can do, if it is -1, then red. If it is 1, then green. That all kind you can do it here. Okay, so you can drop this one here and click on this trend, go to the indicator properties, values and states. Yeah, you can give -1, that's it, only one value, -1, -1, 1. I'll give just 2, don't worry, it says 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, when I do this, now when I will go, see, you are seeing the same thing. Okay, see, red, green, and the total by default you will be getting the grand total. Okay, see, this is the way how you need to play around with that. So did you get this, everyone? Hello? Hello?